I realized something about women, and it's like their attraction doesn't really, excuse me, I have really bad allergies. Their attraction doesn't work the way that I originally thought it was. Um, and like I originally thought like a lot of their attraction uh, has to do with, the nice things that we say to them, how attracted we are to them. I realized something recently, that so much of women's attraction for men is actually based off how the man handles anxiety or inconsistencies in the relationship, like that he can handle when she pulls away, um, and isn't feeling good and doesn't want to talk. That he doesn't get anxious when excuse me, I have really bad allergies, when she does that. And I feel like that's so counterintuitive, because you would think, and this is where it gets kind of deep, you would think that a man would worry, if the state of the relationship was in jeopardy, right? Like that would be a good thing, right? That he would be worrying when he would be worrying when she pulls away and doesn't text him. You would think that would be a good thing, and she would value that he feels the relationship is about to end, and that he would be afraid and anxious because she's pulling away. You would think that she would value that, but it's actually more counterintuitive than that. It's rather that if him feeling threatened that the relationship will end is actually a threat to the relationship. That's how she sees it. And I know that doesn't make sense, but from a woman's perspective, that's actually how it makes sense. It makes sense because, like, you have to think about it. If a man is constantly anxious and trying to save the relationship and prevent her from leaving him, that actually signals that he's weaker. He's so weak that he needs the relationship. So that actually feels threatening to her. So the man who tries to save the relationship is a threat to the relationship. And that don't make sense, but like when you actually think about it, that's how women think. The man who gets anxious about the relationship ending is a threat to the relationship, because a woman doesn't want to date a man who's afraid of the relationship ending, because that because that is actually kind of a sign of weakness. So that's why women are so attracted to men when they do things to ruin the relationship and the man stays calm. When they pull away, when they act dramatic, when they tell the man that she's not sure if the relationship will work, or that she tells him that she's not attracted to him, or that she just wants to be friends, and the man stays calm and he handles it and he's just stoic about it. This is why they're so attracted to men who are like that, because the man has strength. It's very weird and counterintuitive, but the man who's comfortable with the relationship being terminated, such as if she friend zones him and he just stays calm about it, that's actually what they're looking for. The man who stays calm when the relationship is falling apart is the one who they actually want to build a relationship with, because they see that this guy has strength. It doesn't make any sense. But that's why you always want to stay calm. You always want to be calm, like when the woman is pulling away or whatever. Like, this is where their attraction is. Their attraction is feeling our strength. When they can feel our strength, they become attracted, because then they feel more safe. So when they do things to make our life harder, I think that's literally how women think. When they do things that makes our life harder, confuses us, makes us not know where we stand with them, and we stay calm and we don't dig too deep into it or overthink it, they actually become attracted to that. So it makes no sense, but it's basically the man who's comfortable living in insecurity, when the relationship is insecure, is actually more attractive to them than the man who gets anxious when the relationship becomes insecure or when she pulls away. It's totally counterintuitive. It's totally counterintuitive. It's like, you gotta imagine, like, if you had your car and your car catches on fire. Like, it does kind of make sense. Like, you have to stay calm. You go get the fire extinguisher and you put it out. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like how the women are. So, like, that's why even a man, if you're relationship oriented and you're trying to push to get into the relationship with the woman as quick as possible, that, from our perspective, it looks like trying to build a safe relationship and to build a sense of safety with the woman. But from their perspective, it's, why is this guy trying so hard to get into a relationship with me and seal the deal so quickly? It makes them think that you're insecure, or that you're moving too quickly without thinking. And then it actually does the opposite effect. They actually don't feel safe when you're trying to push for a relationship really quickly. It doesn't make any sense. The man who's trying to build is the man they see as unsafe, if you're not doing it at the right timing, right? So that's why the whole thing with women is like backwards in many ways. They try to cause us anxiety by drawing things out, by taking all their time to make up their mind, even though we already like them and we're already ready to move forward. And they want us to stay calm and be on their pace, right? And that's why sometimes, even like what I'm saying, pushing for a relationship, it actually often doesn't make them feel safe. You would think, because we're taught growing up, women don't excuse me again, we're taught growing up, like, women don't want to be played. They don't want a player. So we think, oh, we have to lock them down. We have to ask them to be our girlfriend right away so that they feel safe. But that's generally, I don't think that's actually how they generally interpret it. They interpret it as, okay, if I'm gonna need the space to date this guy seriously, I'm gonna need time to analyze him. So when he's pushing for the relationship, you're putting pressure on her so that she doesn't have enough time to analyze you and make sure that you're serious. So while you're, in your mind as a man, you're trying to get into a relationship with her so that she knows that you're serious, but she's feeling like you're not giving her enough time to make sure that she can feel safe to enter into a serious relationship with you. So sometimes it's backwards, but it's like I guess that's kind of a whole nother topic. But, and then in a certain extent, as a man, you'll also be attracted to staying stoic, because you end up feeling like a man when you act stoic and calm and things end up okay. You like that, and you're gonna like a woman that provides you the opportunity to do that. But yeah, that's literally how women are. they will literally, I don't even think they know that they do this, but they will be ruining the relationship by pulling away, by not responding to some of your text messages, and then responding to other one excuse me. They'll ruin it by flaking. They will literally be ruining the relationship, but they'll be attracted to the man that stays calm in that. It makes no sense. But that's women's form of safety, is ruining the relationship and allowing you, but you stay calm. That's how they are attracted. That's how they're safe. It doesn't make sense. They cause the relationship to be insecure, but then they become attracted to the man who stays secure while they're trying to ruin things, or allowing their emotions to ruin things. Yeah, it's ass backwards, but hone that in and like think about it. It's just like one perspective, you know what I'm saying?